Hi guys, I'm Morgan and welcome back to my channel. I basically just trying to help you guys out, grow to your best selves, and open your eyes to what reality really is. Today I decided to just do a quick video on why I no longer trust doctors and healthcare professionals that are so-called, doing stuff for us. This is from my experience. This is all what I have went through, and I just want to share it with you just because this might help somebody. It opens their eye to maybe something that has happened, and honestly, I think everyone just deserves to dig deeper into certain scenarios. I just want to say that anything I say in this video, this is after me doing a lot of self-help work and work on myself. Don't just randomly drop your therapist and stop taking your meds and stuff like that out of nowhere. Really just look into the situation. This might be for further down the line you need advice, or currently. So for me, I was someone that went to doctors my whole life just because that's what I was raised to do. We go to doctors, you get a flu shot, all this stuff. Recently, months ago, I was still continually going to therapy, and I didn't have a psychiatrist, but I had a nurse practitioner, so I was on medicine. I had this entire eye-opening experience after I really just took in this new me kind of look on life, and just seeing the truth of everything. I know I'm not gonna go back to how I had a spiritual awakening, but like I said, my awareness is high level right now, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I am very aware of what is going on, especially to me. So obviously this is my life, so I should be aware of it, just like we all should be aware of what is going on in our lives. All it takes is to dig a little bit deeper into these scenarios instead of just listening to what everyone has to say. What do they know? But yeah, so basically I was going to therapy, and my psychiatrist, nurse practitioner, no names, not about a rose. These were people that I trusted. I've told them about my issues over and over again, replaying those issues over and over again, I don't know, keeping those issues in my life over and over again. And what are they doing? They are making money off of that. And I got to this point in my life where I finally was it was a very awakening experience where I was just oh, this is the reality of life, and I want to just live it to my fullest. I realized I did not need meds, I did not need therapy. The first person I called was the nurse practitioner. I said, hey, blank, I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. I really figured out. I figured out myself. I dealt with all my issues, and I came to this point where I'm just okay, I'm free. I can do this. I feel great. I don't need medicine anymore. I don't need to put anything in my body that my body does not need naturally. So I call her up and I tell her this, and she didn't believe me. I just laughed the whole time. She didn't believe me. She told me that I was having a manic episode, and this has happened to me in the past, and I was that has never happened to me in the past. I was only diagnosed with OCD, and that also stemmed from my other issue that I'm going to get into next. But once I healed that, so why would I need to be taking a med? So she tried to convince me to stay on the medicine, is basically the drug. I don't want to say medicine. She tried to convince me to stay on the drug. And I said, I don't need it. I literally got in a little bit of a tussle with her because I was just I don't need it. And she was like, I'm going to give you my number, and when you start weaning off, because I told her, I was I already been weaning off because I knew myself did not need it, and I was just telling her because I wasn't gonna longer talk to her. Told her I was weaning off already, and she said, okay, I'm gonna give you my number just in case so I could check up on you. I said, that's fine, you wanna check up with me? Thank you, I appreciate it. and the phone. I'm lit at this point, and I just weaned off my meds that week, and I didn't have any side effects. I still feel great, and it's been like a month, almost a month now, and I feel the best I ever had. And I don't think that's because I went off the med. I think it's just because I never really needed the meds. I needed to figure out who my true self was. But the whole point of the situation was, let's just backtrack to how she said she was gonna like text me and check up on me. Like she never gave me her number. She never checked up on me. Basically, she was trying to keep me on the meds because she makes money off of me being on those meds. Am I wrong? So she wanted me to keep on putting chemicals in my system that I do not need because she makes money off of it. But in order to do that, she's tried to convince me that I was bipolar and I had another mental illness that I never even was diagnosed with. There we go. It was very eye-opening to me. I was like, she's just trying to keep me there. And I was just in shock because I was like, okay, all right. Now, you know, the real eye-opening was my therapist. And I loved her, and she was, you know, but I just loved her because I was comfortable with her. I was telling her all my issues. I went to therapy for over a year, longer maybe, and basically what therapy is you sit in a room and you talk about your problems. And if that will help you, that's fine. But how I look at it is, I was just constantly saying my problems over and over again, reprogramming my mind to just believe that that's my life. It's like when you're growing up and you learn certain things, you are conditioning your body to be that way. So me, by sitting in that office every week and just replaying my problems over and over again, like that's just conditioning my subconscious mind to believe that that's true. So basically I was just living in a complete cycle of hell. And there would be good days and I would share those also, but I remember just going to therapy and always just thinking like, okay, what can I tell her that I'm complaining about? Like that's what I mean by it's like, what are we doing? Like if you say something over and over again, it becomes true. Like, so when I told her about this, I didn't think about that yet. So I was just going in, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be so happy for me. Like she has seen me through hell, like, and look at me now, like I'm just so proud of myself and how far I come. I got on the call, she seemed pretty good with it. I was telling her all these things I learned, all this stuff that I understood about myself, all these things that I learned online, and things that I learned from people who have dealt with similar situations and how they got better, and eye-opening videos that I found, and like it all made sense kind of thing. And I had this entire talk with her, and after the call I felt great, and she was like, send me some of these videos, like I want to learn. And I was like, oh my God, I want her to help her clients with these type of methods because it helped me. And I texted her throughout the week. I was like, did you check anything out? Did you check anything out? And she just kept on trying to convince me to make another appointment, because I told her before the last call, I was like, this is gonna be my last appointment because I do not need it. And she just kept on convincing me to make another appointment. I was like, I'm not gonna have my mom spend money on this expensive. I had not just like a normal therapist, I had one specific for my mental illness. She was like, I'm not gonna have my mom pay for this anymore if I don't need it. Like, and she just kept on trying to convince me to make an appointment, and she started to tell me I was having a manic episode. And in that moment, I was like, this is clear as day. This is clear as day. I'm having a manic episode. No, this is clear as day that these people try to manipulate you so they can keep practice going, which is a business strategy, which is a money-driven thing, but it's also ruining us. It's ruining our lives. So, and she was another one that said, I'm gonna keep on checking up on you or whatever, and I haven't heard from her in 3 weeks. So, goes to show ya, the people that will care will be around. They'll always stay around. But people that you think care, what do you really know about them? They only know about your shit. You don't know about theirs, like, you know what I mean? You don't know what type of person they really are. Just to us, we like, oh, they're sitting in front of us like with a, you know, with a notepad and their coats on, so we just expect them to be a higher up authority. But like, what do we know about them that we are so like trustworthy and listening to them? So yeah, it was really just eye-opening to me, and I just so happy that I was able to realize this, you know. And I want to put this video out because this can go in the direction of what's going on in the world right now, and I'm not going to get into that at all. But start doing your research, guys. Like, what do you know about the people that you're listening to is basically what I'm saying. You only know yourself. So it's money driven, baby, and it's sad, but it's reality. And the sooner you come to terms with reality, the sooner you can make a change to it. So that's all I really have to say. Let me make sure I didn't say anything that I missed. If you learned anything from this, all I can say is it was very eye-opening for me to realize that people make money off of you being in pain, and people make money off of your issues. So, and they will continue to, even if you tell them that you're okay. So that's when you have to really be self-aware and realize the situation that you're in. And that's what happened for me. And I hope you guys can learn from this, and before you take something or before you listen to something that someone tells you, know yourself, you know how you actually are. Don't listen to them. Know truly who you are and not care what they think, because they're not you, you know. They are coming from a place of making money, but it's the truth. So yeah, and even if this video gets some backlash, I hope it could help somebody. I wish someone told me this earlier. I mean, I figured it out on my own, but if I knew it earlier, maybe I wouldn't have been. But like I always say, the past is the past. Can't go back in time. It made you you. It's wisdom. And let's just live present moment and grow. So don't forget to subscribe so I can continue to keep on making videos and talking to you guys. I really just love doing this. It's actually my favorite thing to do. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video, share it. Share it to someone that is very conditioned to rely on doctors and anything like that. Like I said, this is my personal experience, but if it can help somebody, that's all that matters to me. So I love you guys, and good luck. Be aware. Let's grow together. Don't forget to like and subscribe and help me grow my channel, because this is all I really want to do. I love it so much. Bye, guys.